Stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, presenting the challenger, Jorge Masvidal.
Life is a fight, you know, as cliche as it might sound, we're all fighting. You're fighting to get this position, to keep this position, because there's some young journalist is watching, he's like, I could do a better job than that guy. And they're trying to get your job, so you got to reinvent yourself at some point. You got to not stay stagnant. And I grew stagnant, you know. Did I have the talent, the ability, and the will? Yeah, but the mindset just wasn't where it needed to be at, you know. And my mind, body, and soul is pointing in the right direction where I need to go. I'm not there yet. I still got a lot of things to do before I close this chapter in my life. So I'm pointed in that right direction to get all those things done. There's a lot of goals I have set for myself. Like I said, I've already forgotten about what I did last fight. Remind me, please, because I forgot already, you know. I'm looking forward to the future, and I got some big goals ahead of me, man. So I got to put my hard head on and get to work every day, man, to accomplish these goals. Yeah. But I don't let it like, oh my gosh, I'm headlining New York, you know. Because I said it before the Till fight, if I'm fighting somebody in the country or if I'm taking a spaceship to the next planet, I can't let that really get in the way. You know why? Because it's a fight at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. It's not a chess game against some chess master where I'd be out of my element. This is what I was made to do. This is when God took his extra time with me. This is what he was scoping out, was this individual's gonna protect the village, take care of the castle. That's my job. So I can't let that in any way sidetrack me, positive or negative. I stay the same course. It's a fight. You know? If you don't already know, this is my right-hand man, my bestie, Jorge Masvidal, my pops. El puro. In Spanish. When I told him, I go, this is what I want to do, it's the only thing that excites me, he was the only person who was ready, let's do it, you know. He knew already who I was better than anybody. He knew I wanted it since a kid. It's just, my mom always kept me away from it. She didn't want me in it. She thought the complete opposite. She's like, this is the worst idea we could do, and just put him in martial arts. And she didn't understand that all that like crazy energy that I had, if I didn't burn it out, it just carried on to bad things, you know, like me disappearing for like 2-3 days or things at a young age because I had so much freaking energy. So when I used to get in trouble in school, the punishment was take him out of whatever sport he's in or anything like that, where she was like, no, let's leave him in there, let him burn out all that energy, and we'll cancel this wild man, this animal, you know. And that didn't work out till I was like 15, 16, and I could do it on my own. Didn't matter what they said, I was going to train regardless. And that's how it happened, you know. He was very supportive of me there. My mom too, once I turned pro and I started winning, she got very supportive, very behind me. But in the beginning, she was very against it, especially since a young age. She thought I'd only do more damage. I just had to shut down a lot of negative programming, a lot of things in my life, and just my outlook on certain things, you know, that had to change. And with that's come the success that I got now in a lot of ways, you know. Also, like you said, I've been doing this for 16 years, so I got a lot of tools people don't know of. I've been sharpening tools a lifetime, you know. I got more than 16 years in the sport. Just 16 years pro. I've been doing it amateur for some time too. So it's just literally a lifelong journey for me, you know. I'll tell you one thing, during my time away from the sport, I got to think a lot because I was in isolation a lot, and I rediscovered this is the creature that I am. I do better by myself. My creativity comes from being away from other people, not being influenced. Whether it's a good influence or bad influence, my influence for my journey is what I need to hear, my own voice. So I was spending a lot of time in nature, 5-6 hours a day. At night, I don't sleep much, so I would just stare at the stars, just thinking and micromanaging me, my whole career, reverse engineering everything. And there's no phone, no radio, no TV. I've said it numerous times, but this is kind of how I got to find out exactly what I had to do. It sounds as corny as it may be, but being out away from everybody, just by myself, I got to find me. I got to just listen to my voice, not a million different opinions or some stupid song on the radio or anything. I just got to hear my own voice and what I want done in my life before I close the chapter on fighting. And these are some of the things that I want done in my life. I'm still nowhere near where I have to get at, but I'm pointing in the right direction. My mind, body, and spirit is pointed towards the right direction for a long time in my life and my career. So these last 4 years that I got,
It's gonna be a roller coaster for everybody watching. I'm gonna snatch everybody's soul. Every time I fight, I love people going, when I fight, you know that I just took their breath away. I love that feeling. So these last 4 years are gonna be, they're gonna be something wild, man. And like you just said, the split decisions. I'm the king of the split decisions in the UFC. Besides having the fastest record in the world, I got the most split decision losses. And I was there laying there one night and just reversing, like, cause I don't have the best of memories for like names and faces, but for like fights and certain situations, training camps, things like that, my mind can work like a HD 4K DVR. I could see things in slow motion. I could go back to that fight. What was I doing for that training camp? So I started seeing all the positive things that I had done in training camps, what results those got me. And things that weren't as positive or got those results, whether they were good or bad, or I thought were tough and demanding, but they didn't give the results, I started getting those things down. And then I also started thinking about those decisions, like, oh, man, if I had won that decision, where would I be in my career, right? And then I stopped myself and I go, that's the problem right there. I've been thinking like a peasant this whole time. How about if I ended those dudes, if I baptized them and send them off to the shadow realm, what would happen then? And that's all that's been on my mind since I came back. And I think actions speak louder than words. So that's all I've been doing since I've come back. Decisions and me, I know for a fact. It took me a while to understand it. We're not friends. I know we're water and oil, we don't mix. But me hurting people and sending them to another realm, that's a good combination, you know? Shadow realm. That's the biggest difference, because I've been hearing those comparisons, because I'm in no way, shape, or form Jesus. Been hearing they call him street Jesus. There is a real Jesus. When he baptizes, you go to heaven. Street Jesus, if you get baptized by me, you know where you go, right? Shadow realm, baby. You know. So I just want to make that abundantly clear, man.
I think I bring a very real thing to this fighting thing, and that's just baptizing people. I'm not God, but I'm putting motherfuckers in another planet when I'm done with them.
There's a lot of killers in my sport. There's a lot of men that I look at and I go, wow, this individual has discipline, won't take no for an answer. A lot of guys that I admire. That being said, I want to separate myself from everybody that's ever competed in this octagon. These last years that I have, I wanted to be, forget about everything I've done to this point. Forget about my last 2 fights. Everything I've done in my career, I've already men in black myself. I don't even know. You got to remind me of it. I don't know, and I don't care. It's what I got left in me, and I wanna separate myself from anybody that's ever competed in the sport and just be in my own bubble. Maybe not better, maybe not worse, but just in another planet, doing my own thing, and that's my objective.